Hi YouTube, Ocean Siren in my car. It's been a while. I'm so sorry. I got caught up with some jewelry projects, and I recently met a lady that's been commissioning me to do quite a few different projects for her, things that she can't find online that she just needs somebody to make. And it's been really fun, but it's also been really time consuming. So anyway, hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing wonderfully. I hope all of your magics are working wonderfully, and I hope you are physically, mentally, and all of that feeling wonderful. Okay, so I'm here to do the week, I think it's six, question for the YouTube Pagan Challenge. And that question is, and I've written it down, so if you see me veering down, it's because I have notes. And that is, what are your cultural influences? Now, because I am who I am, I wanted to make sure that I differentiated between ancestral and cultural. A lot of people seem to blur that line. And because of who I am, and because of my path, and because of what I've been through and all of that, that line is pretty solid. So, I actually went to the Webster Dictionary and I wrote down the definitions. Ancestry: the origin or background of something, one's family or ethnic descent. Okay, now my ancestry is actually pretty muddled, but the clearest two that I can give you would be Sicilian and Bahamian. My father's from the Bahamas, my mother's from Sicily. Now, they are both the first generations to be born in the States. So, their one parent was completely and utterly born on one island or the other. Their other parent, however, was a little different, which is how I ended up with my last name. My father's father was a slave from somewhere up the coast in the U.S. And my mother, her mother, was of German ancestry. So I'm pretty mixed. So my path really does not reflect any of my ancestral lineage. Now, cultural. The definition of cultural. Of or relating to the ideas, customs, and social behaviors of a society, a way of thinking, behaving, or working that exists in a place or organization. Okay? I like that definition. Obviously, it's worked for Webster for quite some time. But it's a good definition. So when you look at it that way, when you actually look at the question, the cultural influences, and thinking about that definition, my cultural influences have really nothing to do with my ancestral ones. Now, I say nothing to do. Let me not say nothing to do. Really, it's more one-sided than the other. My Sicilian part of my family, I don't know them. Quite a few people on that side of the family are prejudiced, and so I was not able to have the benefit of their tutelage and their history growing up. So I cannot say culturally that they have had any effect on my life, nor my path. However, the islander side of me, the Caribbean side of me, the Bahamian side of me has been very, very ingrained. My godparents, because I was raised Christian, well, I was baptized, but I was raised in some form of Christianity that wasn't really Christianity. Anyway, it's a very long story. I'll do another video on that. But I had godparents, and my godparents, one was from Jamaica, one was from Trinidad. My father was from the Bahamas. So I was definitely raised by a village. And I was raised with that island mentality. I was raised with those island beliefs and that kind of island mode, if you will. People on the islands don't move like people in the States do. Especially my father. I was raised with his idea of calm and patience and tolerance, and those things have really influenced my practice in a huge way, and influenced who I am as a person, really. My mother, although she did not impart a lot of her Sicilian ancestry to me, she did. I mean, and it's extremely possible. I would actually probably put money on it that there's probably a Strega witch somewhere on that line that I'm related to, but unfortunately I didn't get the benefit of learning that or being able to integrate any of that knowledge into my practice. So, you don't mourn what you don't know. But what she did give me was something completely of her own, which was her love for plants. She imparted to me her knowledge of herbs, her knowledge on plants, her knowledge of how to talk to plants, how to communicate with Mother Nature, and how to respect Mother Nature and give her all that she is due. That all I got from my mother. So those are my cultural influences, and what that's done for me is created this fear of calm, nature-loving care that I was then raised in, and it scooted me into my path. My path technically started when I was born, when my mother started teaching me about plants. Even though, you know, I went to a Catholic school for a little bit, the real reason that I went to Catholic school was because my parents got the idea that that was the best education. Technically it wasn't, but at the time, that was the idea. So they really didn't care that it was a Catholic school. They just thought, okay, it's a private school. They'll be getting a good education that we're paying good money for. So the idea that I was raised Catholic or raised Christian, it's really muddled. I understood the ideas because I went to a Catholic school, so, you know, all that worked out, but they were never forced on me as a kid. When I got home, by the time I got home, it was take off the shoes, you know, get in your yard clothes, and let's go talk to the trees, you know, and so that really has completely overshadowed really any of those other teachings that I could have possibly gotten. And that's really where my path is, what my path is about. And also, and I was talking to one of my friends about this, you know, my path is slow. My path is very slow. I have no need to force or bulldoze my way through anything, and that's something that I got from my father. So those cultural influences, at least that's what I feel like this question is asking, and so that's my answer. Those cultural influences really are who I am, and they are what has been the building blocks and the basis for my entire practice and really my entire life. So, yeah, that's my answer. It's a long answer, sorry. But I do tend to be long-winded. So, if you guys have any more questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer. And until next time, blessed be, guys. Bye.